Madam Speaker, I move that we adopt the 18th Congress Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation as the provisional rules of the House until the adoption of the Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation of the House for the 19th Congress. I so move, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objection? The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, likewise, I move that we adopt the 18th Congress Rules of Procedure in impeachment proceedings as the provisional rules of the House until the adoption of the Rules of Procedure in impeachment proceedings of the House for the 19th Congress. I so move, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. The motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, on behalf of the majority, I move that we elect the following members to the various committees as follows. To the Committee on Accounts as members, Alonte, Marilyn Len B. Espina, Gerardo Jeriboy Jr. J. To the Committee on Agriculture and Food as member, Vargas Alfonso Baby Aline. To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture as member, Miguel Peter B. To the Committee on Dangerous Drugs as members, Angara Romel Rico T. Luistro Jervil R. To the Committee on Energy as member, Fortes Manuel Jr. L. To the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability as Vice Chairperson, Vergara Rosana Ria V. To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization as Vice Chairperson, Estelia Robert Raymond M. Co. Wilton Tonton T. To the Committee on Health as members, Robes Florida Rida P. Alonte Marlin Len B. To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education as members, Kahayon Uy Mari Mitzi L. Vergara Rosana Ria V. To the Committee on Housing and Urban Development as Vice Chairperson, Tulfo Ralph Wendell P. As member, Mercado Revilla Lani. To the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities and Indigenous Peoples as Vice Chairperson, Miguel Peter B. To the Committee on Information and Communications Technology as members, D. Faustino Ino V.A., Matugas Francisco Jose Bingo II F. Committee on Interparliamentary Relations and Diplomacy as member, Benitez Jose Francisco Kiko B. To the Committee on Labor and Employment as member, Alonte Marilyn Len B. To the Committee on Local Government as member, Fortes Manuel Jr. L. To the Committee on National Defense and Security as members, Luistro Jervil R., Bautista Lim, Claudine Diana D. To the Committee on North Luzon Growth Quadrangle as Vice Chairperson, Singson Richelle, Vice Morden Michael M. To the Committee on Poverty Alleviation as members, Robes Florida Rida P., Vergara Rosana Ria V. To the Committee on Public Accounts as member, Kahayon Uy Mari Mitzi L. To the Committee on Public Order and Safety as member, Bautista Lim, Claudine Diana D. To the Committee on Public Works and Highways as members, Fortes Manuel Jr. L, Tanchay Caroline L, Tulfo Ralph Wendell P, Alonte Marlin Len B, Matugas Francisco Jose Bingo II F. To the Committee on Social Services as members, Angara Romel Rico T, Matugas Francisco Jose Bingo II F, Oano Dizon Emery Lollipop. To the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms as member, Kahayon Uy Mary Mitzi L. To the Committee on Tourism as members, Miguel Peter B, Alonte Marlin Len B. To the Committee on Trade and Industry as member, Vergara Rosana Ria V. To the Committee on Transportation as members, Robes Florida Rida P, Alonte Marlin Len B. To the Committee on Ways and Means as member, Robes Florida Rida P. To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development as member, Tulfo Ralph Wendell P. To the Special Committee on Flagship Programs and Projects as member, Robes Florida Rida P. To the Special Committee on Food Security as member, Mercado Revilla Lani. To the Special Committee on Land Use as Vice Chairpersons, Salvame Edgardo L. Vergara Rosana Ria V. To the Special Committee on Nuclear Energy as Vice Chairpersons, Konghun Jefferson F. Miguel Peter B. As members, D. Faustino Ino V.A., Adjong Zia Alonto, Arbison Munir Jr. N. Yudala, Antonieta R. Revilla, Ramon Jolo III B. Rillo, Marvin D. Almario Chino Miguel D. Asistio, Dean. To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities as Vice Chairperson, Delmar Rachel Margarita B. As member, Co. Angelica Natasha. I so move, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The said members are hereby elected to the various committees. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, on behalf of the majority, I move that the following members be elected to the various committees as follows. To the Committee on Agriculture and Food as members, Castro Jane T. To the Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries Resources as member, Castro Jane T. To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture as Vice Chairperson, Carrie Carl Nicolas C. As member, Corvera Dale B. To the Committee on Dangerous Drugs as members, Castro Jane T. Mariano Hernandez Ruth Olivares Edwin L. To the Committee on Ecology as member, Castro Jane T. To the Committee on Games and Amusements as members, Cruz Ambrosio Jr. C. Tulfo Ralph Wendell P. To the Committee on Government Reorganization as member, Mariano Hernandez Ruth. To the Committee on Housing and Urban Development as member, Olivares Edwin L. To the Committee on Local Government as member, Olivares Edwin L. To the Committee on Natural Resources as member, Castro Jane T. To the Committee on Population and Family Relations as member, Castro Jane T. To the Committee on Public Order and Safety as member, Castro Jane T. To the Committee on Social Services as member, Mariano Hernandez Ruth. To the Special Committee on Globalization and WTO as Vice Chairperson, Co. Olga Arati. To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities as member, Castro Jane T. To the Special Committee on Reforestation as members, Castro Jane T. Corvera Dale B. I so move, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The said members are hereby elected to the various committees. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, on behalf of the majority, I move to elect the following members to the various committees as follows. To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture as member, Kimbo Stella Luz A. To the Committee on Economic Affairs as member, Kimbo Stella Luz A. To the Committee on Health as member, Kimbo Stella Luz A. To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education as member, Kimbo Stella Luz A. To the Committee on Labor and Employment as member, Arbison Munir Jr. N. To the Committee on Legislative Franchises as member, Kimbo Stella Luz A. Ataide Juan Carlos Arjo C. To the Committee on Metro Manila Development as member, Kimbo Stella Luz A. To the Committee on Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development as member, Kimbo Stella Luz A. To the Committee on Muslim Affairs, Balindong Yasser Alonto, Sali Dimsar M. To the Committee on Natural Resources, Salvame Edgardo L. To the Committee on Trade and Industry as member, Kimbo Stella Luz A. To the Committee on Ways and Means as Vice Chairperson, T. Alan Yu. As member, Kimbo Stella Luz A. To the Special Committee on Creative Industry and Performing Arts as Vice Chairperson, Benitez Jose Francisco Kiko B. As members, Kimbo Stella Luz A. Velasco Lord Alan J. Q. Maceda Edward Vera Perez. Salceda Joey Starte. Barba Angelo Marcos. Delmar Rachel Margarita B. Villafuerte Miguel Luis R. Bautista Lim Claudine Diana D. To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities as Vice Chairperson, Roque Larney L. I so move, Madam Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The said members are hereby elected to the various committees. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to adjourn session until August 15, Monday, 2 p.m.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Session is adjourned until Monday, August 15 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.